It's been a great start. Obviously, the weather hasn't been great, but so fortunate to have the indoor facility. We're going to be a pretty young team this year, so to have the practice time has been huge and not have to miss any practices. Had a great scrimmage against Baldwin Wallace over the weekend. Close, hard-fought battle. Got better, learned some things, so we're excited to go into our first game this week against Center. Yeah, I think we are going to be young. Like I said, those guys are good, are very talented. So a lot of those younger guys are going to play. So it is nice to have. We do have great senior leaders. The guys have played for 4 years pretty much, and played a ton of minutes, and they've done a great job bringing those guys along and getting them to work hard and buy in and just be positive. So it's been, it makes my job a lot easier when you have great senior leadership like that. We play a really tough schedule as it is, so we're kind of ready for that portion of the season when it comes. I think the big thing is coaching them up, during practice, and then getting them to take care of their bodies. Like the freshmen, the younger guys typically struggle with getting to the training room to get that ice before practice or after practice and take care of themselves because they've had mom or dad doing it. And the high school season isn't quite as long or as physical, so it's getting them to take care of themselves and do the right thing off the field so that we can be together on the field. It's just nice to kind of get in, I call it the battle rhythm of looking at game film from the weekend, then scouting an opponent, and then playing, kind of get into that normal season routine. I think is good for the team. I think teams function better when they have a little bit more of that kind of consistency. An opportunity to play a good opponent. They had a great season last year. Good coaching down there, so it's been. This will be our fourth time playing, and they've been close games all the time. I think the first one was 13-11. The second one was 9-8, I think, in the last 30 seconds or something. Last year they took it to us a little bit, especially in the first half, so we couldn't overcome that. But it'll be a good game. Two really good goalies, so I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Yeah, just, again, being young, they don't know how we travel and, what to wear and breakfast and, all those little things and where the locker rooms are on the road games, so I'm sure they'll be excited and nervous about that. So, again, just kind of getting a road trip out of the way so they know what to expect is good. And the first three opponents all made the NCAA tournament last year, so we got our work cut out for us there, but I expect us to compete and play hard for 60 minutes in all those games. Guys, you got to get used to playing good teams. You can't expect to beat, Ohio Wesleyan and Denison have been perennial top 20, top 10 teams in the country for, a couple decades now. So you can't just expect to show up out of nowhere and beat those guys. You gotta know what it's like to play in a tough, close game. Win or lose, just so you know what that feeling's like under pressure. So I think that's the goal of those games, is to help us win the conference games. So I think it sets us up for success. Can also, if we beat ourselves up a little bit too, it can work the other way if we're injured going into. So it's kind of a catch-22 there, but we hope it's preparing the young guys mentally to handle that and be ready to go when the conference play starts. Yeah, I think, Brandon did play some minutes last year, but I think he's going to be one of the best goalies in the conference. He's outstanding, and only a sophomore, so that's a good thing. Cody had a really good freshman season. He's kind of picking up where he left off. He'll be more on the radar this year, obviously, with one of our key returners. We moved Noah Mackin, who's played midfield for us the last couple of years, is moving to attack. Just because we're younger on offense, so it's nice to have kind of a quarterback out there that's experienced and can settle us down. Braden Myers, played for 4 years, started out as an LSM, moved to close defense, another captain of ours, just like Mackin, so it's nice to have another senior down there kind of holding it down. And then, Julio Novarini's back, took last year off from football. He's an amazing athlete in the middle of the field along with Ben Rodell. So I think defensively we're going to be can sustain us while our offense is kind of getting their sea legs. So we're excited about the experience and athleticism on the defensive end. No, just excited. I think it's a great group. They come to work every day. They have great attitudes, and they like to get after it. And I think, maybe on paper we look like we lost a lot, but I'm pretty excited about where we are.